Cause God knows I gotta spit tracks with hot facts. One who reacts without thinking can have another person just be dead and slinking, blinking. As thought travel fast, telling us to ignore the Constitution's past. My lyrics outlast liars' lies and the confusion that they supply. Trying to make you say don't try, or even take a question and say why, ask why. See, they try to multiply because they want their money just to be on high. See, they got the voodoo, and that's what they're trying to see right through you. So watch your chips on your computer. They will just flip, steal you, clone you, then they just own you. Heaven can't wait, but only God knows me. 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 Those gospels who predicted the apostles. Understand, this is colossal. With the real type of rage. Don't you understand I'm coming from the cage? Yo, it's time for you to turn the page. Read a little deeper, be a deeper thinker. Don't you understand your brain is just a sinker? Maybe only God knows you, not the person at the bank, or your mom or dad, or who you gotta thank. Think, maybe this is not a think tank. Blink, maybe you could just try to rank higher. Maybe you were on fire. Look at your cars, they seem to be on fire. Is it electric, oil, or gas? Maybe they're over there texting your ass, paging you, raging you, caging you. Cajun food? Is it just rude?
I got a new attitude.
Heaven can't wait, but only God knows when.
What's going on, good people? Good people. It's Wednesday. Wake up Wednesday, the day of Mercury. Eric Taylor, BigEAstrology, 187. Knowledge is Love Astrology podcast. And tonight I am here talking about the Aquarius New Moon and my special sidekick guest, Jacka, my man. Stand up. Say what's up, man. Let the people know you're here. How was school today?
Good.
Yep. All right. So Jack Attack is here, my soccer star. His soccer season starts in a few weeks. Secretly, he's also a great quarterback and really an amazing athlete. This is my mini-me. I look like Jackson when I was little. All right. But he's probably the best athlete out of all four of my sons. Shh, don't tell nobody. You don't tell nobody either. All right. That's the Jack Attack. So you know what's on the agenda, and we'll get to you guys in the chat. Hey, come on in. Wow. Aquarius Super New Moon. And I need to edit that and put that in the title. And this is on February 9th, 5:59 p.m. Eastern, 2:59 p.m. Pacific. Okay. So what does that all mean? Well, it's going to be at 20 degrees. The sun and the moon in Aquarius at 20 degrees and I think 41 minutes, right? And guess what? It's squaring Uranus and Taurus at 19 degrees, which stationed direct on January 27th. It's the last day of January. My Aquarius birth chart sale is on and rocking. Aquarius Sun Moon Risings, holla at me. I'm hearing from a couple of you, but there's been some of you that have jumped on here and hey, listen, you got to February 18th. It's $107, right, for this either natal, solar return, or secondary progression. 60 minutes over Zoom. You get a recording of the session, videos of your planetary placements, breaking down the whole natal birth chart. You can do solar return. That's based on the degree of your natal chart. And it could be, let's say, if you're February 1st, it could be today, January 31st, or it could be February 1st or February 2nd for your solar return. And that tells you the energy of the upcoming year at your birthday. Or secondary progressions, Aquarius, you could be now like vibrating as a Pisces or an Aries. It just depends, all right? Hope you enjoy the BigEAstrology shirt. Hope you can see it, okay? And all that stuff, you know, we are definitely rocking. Check out the website, BigEAstrology.com. And I am working on a newsletter, just so busy. I'm dealing with like 2 clients a day. I'm doing my astrological life coaching, reading birth charts, all of it. And you know what? You can reach out to me with the Aquarius birth chart sale. BigEAstrology@gmail.com. And the second choice is the Big Shebang. That's $207 for a 40 to 50-minute custom video summary, which is a mini movie of your life with audio transit recording of current or future transits, both. You get current and future transits, plus videos of your planetary placements. Normally $260, only $207, all the way to heaven, all the way to heaven. All right, I see people coming in. Jack's going to get you in a minute. So I do want to start off with Aquarius is ruled by Saturn and Uranus, right? Grandma's in Aquarius. She's 0 degrees Aquarius, right? Didn't we just celebrate Grandma's birthday? Okay. And right now we are in the second decan. So the sun is pulled away from the conjunction to Pluto. But at this Aquarius new moon on February 9th, guess what? Mercury is going to join the party with the sun and moon and Pluto in Aquarius. And it's a Cancer ascendant, so it's in the 8th house. Esoteric knowledge, occult knowledge, hidden events, right? This is kind of like finding or moving towards controlled freedom through the chaos, okay? And so I say that, or kind of tentatively title it like that, in the sense that when you're dealing with this 20 degrees, you're in the third decan. That is the Aquarius Gemini decan. It's more social. I'm sorry, Aquarius Libra decan. More associated to, and this will be trining the Libra South Node, sextile the Aries North Node. We'll look at the chart shortly. But this will be really speaking about social justice, reform, protest for relationships where people want justice, fairness, harmony, and peace. And with it square to Uranus, it could be really extremely rebellious, where people's values have been tested financially, emotionally, their 5 senses, their physical bodies, and we have quite an uproar. So this super new moon, remember of the year, I told you the first 5 are super new moons. And it's a little deeper layer. The lunar mansion behind it, from Aquarius 20 degrees to Pisces 3 degrees, is Jupiter. So this is like the wisdom, the beliefs, the philosophy, questioning, what is gravity? Is it real? I need to see it proven. This is where the beliefs, wisdom, and philosophies can be very much tapped into the spiritual awakening, deep, higher thought, right? Where people are pontificating the bigger questions. Are there aliens? When are they coming? Are we going to have World War III, nuclear war? These bigger questions. But this new moon in Aquarius season, right? It's a new beginning. This is a new time, a new energy, the second new moon of the year. And the Mercury, we'll see it at 7 degrees, squaring Jupiter and Taurus. This is the logical, analytical mind. And Mercury, it's super, super technical, AI, innovation, futuristic, squaring the Jupiter Taurus, the biology, finance, the wisdom, beliefs around the Taurus things, our financial systems, our values, our material items, our goods, our art, our culture. This is going to be an interesting energy. So let's get to the Chizat. Jack, who's here?
Well, there's 5 viewers, but the comment said Javanka Magna says hi here early, and then she also says he looks like you.
Yeah.
Evelyn Taurus, which is funny because as soon as you said Taurus, her
thing popped up. Yeah, well that's
she said,
Taurus is different from Torres. That's Evelyn Torres. Yeah.
And she said hello.
What's up, Javanka and Ev? Thank you for coming. I appreciate you guys so much. How you guys doing? I hope I see you at Coffee Talk February 17th. You know what I just decided? Start the 3rd Coffee Talk. I'm going to do 1 living celebrities chart and 1 dead. That Aquarius, February 17th is, kind of getting to that cusp, right? The cusp of sensitivity. Little Ralph Tresvant, remember that? Sensitivity, right? I love Ralph Tresvant, man. So I'm going to do the birth chart of Michael Jeffrey Jordan and Kurt Cobain. Michael Jordan's birth chart is wild. He's got the Jupiter conjunct the midheaven in Pisces. That's why he's Air Jordan, Michael Jordan. Okay, powerful chart. So that's Coffee Talk number 25, season 3. And then in March, we're going to get back to reading some of the Coffee Talk members' birth charts because we have some new members who want to volunteer their chart. So, we'll mix it up and I'll be teaching a cool lesson, probably about the energy of Jupiter and Gemini. I touched on Jupiter and Gemini, I think 2 Coffee Talks ago, but I talked about the Jupiter Gemini trining Pluto. I didn't talk about the Jupiter Gemini energy for the year. So I think we're going to talk about that May 25th in March's Coffee Talk. But February 17th, I wanted to do Michael Jordan and Kurt Cobain. Really should be fun. Fascinating gentlemen that really, changed the game in a lot of ways. Kurt Cobain brought in Nirvana and grunge music, Seattle, right? And it was really big. MTV News when he died. And I'll give you a little hint. Don't think it was a suicide, boys and girls. Not a suicide at all. So we'll see what the chart says. So, I can't wait to explore that because I don't know, what kind of music you like or whatever, but Kurt Cobain was a freaking beast and a genius. Nirvana was revolutionary. When I first heard Smells Like Teen Spirit, that was hip hop. It was it was straight hip hop. I was like, whoa, who are these boys? Who are these young men from Seattle? And he's like a year or two older than me. I think he's born 68 or 69. But you know what I mean? Like that energy. So the Aquarius new moon, one thing that I'll say about it, being at 20 degrees and having Pluto conjunct Mercury, this is where things are going to be brought up, dug up, more revelation about some of the secrets of science and technology and innovation and AI and kind of the discord or the ideologies that science may be trying to force upon the people. Taurus, the physical body. Uranus, right? It's technology, sun events, extreme weather. And yes, I do think, unfortunately, I know we've had recently some earthquakes in China, so now prayers to the people. Obviously, I'm not going to get into all that other stuff. I'm not trying to get shadow banned on YouTube, but everybody should be praying for peace, ceasefire, love, harmony, all that stuff. Libra South Node, right? Fairness, justice. Okay, we need that. And we need that. So I'll just leave it at that. Okay. But, listen, I'm Scorpio rising. I'm a true speaker. We know what's right and we know what's just. You only have to have 2 eyes, 2 ears, a mouth, and a heart and to be human to know that. Okay. So, those should be the prayers. But understand, you can protest with your wallet, your voice, but also this is what I want people to understand with this new moon. There's tapping into the collective consciousness. We have to understand that we are not outsiders to anything that happens. We have our spiritual gifts and abilities and our positive intention to vibrate with love, gratitude, and being our true authentic selves. That's what the age of Aquarius is about. That's what this Aquarius new moon is about. That's what Mercury conjunct Pluto and Mercury square Jupiter is about, right? Aquarius is really, and Pluto is really dealing with power to the people, and it's in the 8th house, conjunct Mercury. So there will be things that are revealed, right? Even potentially about what happens to a person when they die. Now, Jackson is the one, this guy right here. There's no accident that he's here right now because he was the one. When I astral traveled to my house, my other 2 boys, I didn't see them. They didn't see me. I saw Jackson. Jackson was in 4K technology color. My wife and her business associate and friend, they were 90s VH technology. When I was in a coma and I traveled to my home after, I think, dying for the 2nd time, I saw this guy, mini-me, Jackson. And he came up and hugged me. And he told his mother, Daddy's coming home and he's going to be okay. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So this guy is definitely, Jackson was the one, and we have that connection, And so me, Astro, traveling to the house and seeing him, it was powerful. And, he's got a lot of healing ability. He's a magical young man. Okay. And so this Aquarius new moon is really allowing us to focus on how are we going to be in these higher frequencies through all this chaos of 2024, universal 8 year. That's why this new moon in Aquarius is in 8th house. How are we going to be able to kind of be calm through this storm? Remember, Uranus and Taurus, it's in its full there because this is hashtag new earth, right? This has been the extreme weather that recent earthquakes in China and all this stuff I was talking about, and soldiers in Jordan and Iran and Palestine and Yemen and da 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 blah, blah. We have to understand, even from your own home, you can send out love and healing energy from your heart chakra, right? Remember, Leo's always opposing this. We're going to get to the chart and we'll see what's going on, but that's really an important time and energy, right? And with this lunar mansion behind the Saturn and the Uranus, in the Vedic, they would look at the Saturn and North Node. And the North Node is very consuming. And the Jupiter kind of nullifies and dulls that a little bit. But I'm a Western tropical astrologer, so I'm going to say Saturn and Uranus. And the Jupiter really allows you to zoom out and see the big picture from the lens of Aquarius and from the lens of the Aquarius Libra decan, the third decan. So what is just for people? What is fairness, right? What is the new beginning of, I guess a real free society? Because at the same time, we have to understand we are denied some of the technologies of free energy. We have technology that's way more advanced than the iPhones that's already out there, but that we don't have access to. So this Aquarius new moon, number one, there could be some cyber disturbances. It could be from the solar blast. We've had, I think somebody said it was like towards the end of January, the last week or so, we've had over 12 or over 15 M-class solar flares, which are like the highest level. So people have been having and you guys can comment in the chat, how have you been sleeping? The ascension syndromes. I've been having pain in my neck, head, sometimes dizziness, sometimes feeling like I'm quantum leaping or jumping. You know what I mean? My dreams have been extremely vivid. Have a couple nights of waking up between 3 and 4 a.m. Different things like that. So let's get to a couple more comments before we get to the chart. But let me know how you guys have been feeling also energetically. Okay.
Javanka Magna said, I love Nirvana.
Nirvana. Yeah, you could just say Javanka.
Okay. Flying Tiger said,
what's up, Flying Tiger?
He did a tiger emoji with flame.
All right. That's good. That's good. Everybody's good. So, that's kind of Nirvana is cutting edge. They were dope. But focusing on this moon, let's go to the chizzy, okay? Let's go to the chart, and that's the screen share, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Screen share.
And we want to go to Astro. Yep, for your astrology.
And then share.
All righty. Look at this beautiful thing, ladies and gentlemen. And for those of you that come on now or comment, I won't be able to see your comments while I'm showing the chart, but it's a Cancer ascendant. So that means it activates the moon, right? We look for that's the chart ruler, and the moon is in the 8th house here. And sorry, my mouse is having some issues. Here in the 20 degrees, right? 41 minutes, sun and moon in Aquarius. Pluto conjunct Mercury. Okay. You know, the regular culprit, Saturn and Neptune will be in Pisces in 2024. Jupiter will be here in Taurus, and you see the square, right? The Mercury squaring the Jupiter. They're 1 degree off. Okay. So this is also speaking to, you know, as it gets closer to the conjunction, right? Because they're in that realm. The conjunction, exact conjunction, will be this April, because Jupiter, you guys, goes to Gemini on May 25th. Okay, it's going to leave Taurus and then go to Gemini for a year from May 25th, I think, to maybe June 1st, 2025. But you're having the Mercury square the Jupiter, right? So our lower analytical, logical way of thinking is in a square, the 90-degree angle, the same fixed modality, fixed air to fixed earth, where squares are agree to disagree. They can be bombastic, explosive. They can also, you know, be opportunities for growth. They can force change. And so this is where, remember, Jupiter does rule biology and finance. So this is quite literally where we have things. Remember, the thing, we're having the farmer protests right now in Germany. We already had one in the Netherlands. So things can come up about innovation or new ways of farming. With the Uranus squaring the sun and moon, oh my God, this is okay. So on February 9th, you can feel extremely anxious. And this is where we've got to do something calming and smoothing, bubble bath, lotion, you know, sensory experiences to calm down any anxiety or any intense emotions, right? Uranus in Taurus is in its fall. It's at home in Aquarius, and Uranus is exalted in Scorpio. So when it's in Taurus, it's quite literally hashtag new earth. It's been the extreme weather and all these wild changes to our values, our food supply, right? The financial system, all that stuff with GameStop, Reddit, all these different things. That is Uranus and Taurus. And so this could bring in some issues with the technology, cyber attacks, or this could even be a real battle between the BRICS and the new financial system, because this is 2 days before the Super Bowl. We have the Niners and the Chiefs. I may do a little show or something. I'll see, maybe looking at the teams in the Super Bowl and energy. I'm not sure. But, right, XRP, the cryptocurrency, all that is connected to San Francisco. The 13 is connected to the M and the secret societies and families. Okay, we got 49ers and you got Kansas City Chiefs, the number 13, all this stuff, right? So you just got to pay attention to things, because remember, when you have these big events, Oscars, Grammys, Super Bowls, this is when the elites will use that time, because it's like a ritual, a magic, right? And so casting spells on large audiences when over 100 million people are watching something, that's what can play out. And so when you quite literally have 2 days before the Super Bowl, a new moon, and it's the sun and moon in Aquarius squaring Uranus and Taurus, that's bringing in, and quite literally, halftime show ushering in a new financial system. So we'll see. But I want you to be prepared, and I also want you to be able to be calm with your emotions. So the good thing is to do some grounding and really activate your throat chakras, maybe your crystals you keep in your pocket, right? And, you know, let's kind of see what else is going along, because remember, the dance of Lilith has been going back and forth to the Leo and Virgo. So it's here in Virgo, right? Kind of trining the Jupiter. It's only 4 degrees off. So this is where, for your own instincts and intuition, getting into your root chakra and grounding on the 9th, the 8th, the 9th, the 10th. Remember, the energy with new moons, you can feel it 2 weeks before, 2 weeks after, same with the full moons. But this is really like a start of a new beginning, right? And so this is where we have to find our individual power, remember, this is sextiling the Aries North Node, okay? Back up here. So when you're sextiling the Aries North Node, that's that tapping 60-degree Venus type of energy. Now it's 3 degrees off, but that's still within the sextile. And so it's like, hey, you've got the power. You can be brave and courageous. You can initiate. You can start a new beginning, right? Aries is assertive, aggressive. It's initiating. Aries is like, let's go get it. Let's initiate. Let's make it happen, right? So we also have to understand who we are as human beings. We are giants, spiritual giants. It's not time for Flying Tiger or Javanka or Evelyn or anybody else on to doubt yourselves. You have to know that even if you are meditating by yourself or you get together and you find your tribe, your crew, your clique, your posse, your clan, you guys, right? What does it say in the Bible? Where 2 or 3 are joined, right? So that's what we have to understand. There is power in numbers. When we unify that Taurus field, that energetic field of our spiritual intention of love, of compassion, of empathy, of freedom, that's what this new moon is really ushering in. Not whatever they want to usher in. It is ushering in independence and freedom and the power to control the energy through the chaos, right? There have been studies, and I don't know the whole deal of it, but I've been doing some reading and watching some videos about chaos theory, and that basically to like kind of create a new frequency through a storm of chaos, if enough people come together, even in the minority, a small amount, it can change the energy of the whole experience for the collective. So if us as spiritual people and light workers are vibrating on our highest frequencies and meditating on our heart, from our hearts with gratitude and being our true authentic selves on this new moon, February 9th, it has enough power to put the ripple effects and waves of love, freedom, liberation, power to the people well over the intention of February 11th or the Super Bowl or any other energies. Okay. So don't think that you're on the sidelines. Don't think you can't affect the world with spiritual change. You may not be able to get on the ground and go to the Middle East or do anything, but you can surely send love. You can surely take 30 minutes to meditate with a positive mindset, right? And vibrating from your heart chakra. Okay. It's really important. So don't feel hopeless or helpless or scared or afraid. And guess what? This is, you see this Venus and Mars, they're coming. So February 4th, Mercury will be exact conjunct Pluto. Then the 13th and 16th, Venus and Mars join the party right after this new moon. You see, the Mars is very close at the 27th. And so understand, we have not felt or seen anyone alive here on Earth. Not one human being has experienced Mercury, Venus, or Mars conjunct Pluto. And we're all going to experience it for the next 20 years. But this is the first time in 250 years. Okay? This is some new astrological energy. And so then you have to ask yourself, Mercury, the analytical, logical mind, processing, hitting Pluto. The Venus, the relationships, the money, the food, our values, self-worth, hitting love language too, hitting the Pluto. The Mars, our action, right? Our assertive, aggressive energy, our willpower, our drive, our inner soldier, warrior, hitting Pluto. Ooh, goodness great. Do you know when Mars hits Pluto? You guys, Pluto at the 0 degree and at the 29th degree, when it goes back to Capricorn, September 1st to to November 19th, when you're at the start of the energy, it is like it's most pure. Like my mother-in-law is 0 degrees Aquarius. She is a pure Aquarian. The energy is extremely intense at 0 and 29. And when Mars hits that Pluto, you are going to see some serious psychological stuff, some transformation, some protest, some power to the people. So Understand, Valentine's Day, February 13th, 16th, and really starting from the 4th, heading up to this new moon on the 9th, it's all new beginnings. It's all new energy. And so, even as astrologers, we can look back and see what was going on during the American Revolution. We can guesstimate and this and that or whatever, but no. It's a whole new world. They didn't have the internet and AI back then to compare this to. So it's really a whole new experience having these inner planets, Mercury, Venus, and Mars, which are super crucial and important, to hit Pluto, the planet of pain, trauma, crises, secrets, the underworld, Hades, transformation, transmutation, right? Purging, detoxing, releasing. And it's always going to be in the lens of Aquarius. Technology, science, innovation, thinking outside the box, but also power to the people, the rebel, the black sheep. Now, you can equate this to what's going on in Texas. We don't know. You can equate this to men coming across the border from all different countries in the thousands, well, probably millions at this point, coming in and just going to New York, going to Chicago, traveling all over, and they're coming with cell phones and cards, debit cards. We can say whatever we want about it. You know, everybody can have their different opinions. It's not a political thing. This is just something that we have to pay attention to. Definitely not about fear, but at the same time, you got to question. They're not leaving or fleeing somewhere, and then because they're not coming with their women and children. This is 20 to 30 somethings, and you can watch videos all over the internet seeing just bus loads. What does it all mean? You have to ponder, question, and ask that for yourself. Okay. But understand that this is going to be a powerful time. The midheaven being in Aries, our careers, the wounding about us being brave and courageous, Chiron. Okay. How do we initiate for our own lives? Because this North Node in Aries is like, you know what? I'm going for it. Give me the promotion, or I'm starting my own path. I'm starting my own pioneering maverick way. Aries, right? Aries just pushes through the ram. Okay. And, continuing to look at the chart, we're not going to, stay on here forever, but, the South Node is in the 4th house of our emotional minds. What do we all just, let's be honest, what do we really just want in our homes and our emotional minds right now? We all just want harmony, peace, fairness, and justice. That's all anybody really wants. We just want to go on a vacation, raise our kids, make some money, be able to save for retirement, enjoy our lives, our friends and our families, honor God, laugh, be entertained, entertain others, learn, study, teach. These are just basic needs, right? Food, clothing, shelter. When you tap into the Taurus energy, that's what it's about. Our material items in terms of what are we valuing? When you've got Mercury squaring, Mercury at 7 degrees, right? Squaring this Jupiter over here at 8 degrees. It's like Aquarius, remember I always tell you, and I've been saying this forever, but Aquarius is like everybody gets a slice of vegan pizza and kombucha. Well, when the Mercury is squaring the Jupiter, it's like saying, hey, don't you think you have enough money, enough jewelry, enough cars, enough things in your home, material items, right? Mercury in Aquarius is like, you have 10 jackets and that homeless family right there has none. Can you give up a jacket? Can you change and get a little uncomfortable to give another human being a winter coat to be warm? That's what the square is talking about. Get your butt a little uncomfortable, change and grow. And remember, this is all fixed energy. So there's going to be a contrarian type thing because it's going to create a stubborn, clash. Oh, I don't want to give up my my Rolex. I don't want to give up my this, my that, my 5 cars. Well, something's going to give. And you better be comfortable with just the basic food, clothing, shelter, and be prepared for anything. Because Uranus squaring the sun and moon, adios mío, anything can happen. Anything. And it's a super new moon. So it's super highlighted. And don't forget, I told you the lunar mansion, right? The Jupiter. And then you're also dealing with, let's see here. You got the Jupiter behind it. But remember, this is the third decan, 20 to 29. First decan, 0 to 9, Aquarius. Second decan, 10 to 19, Aquarius, Gemini. The third decan, Aquarius, Libra. Social reform, social justice, harmony, fairness, peace, relationships. Aquarius is about the people, and it's about the youth. Aquarian energy is the youth. You think England and America, you go and draft Gen Z for the war? They're not going. That's not going to happen. So, like, this is what I was, you can see the videos and people laughing. It's just so funny, but it's true. But also, they don't believe you. You need more people. They're not fighting for injustice. They're not fighting for violence. Gen Z has seen and studied the history, and they don't like what we've been doing. They are awakened. The alphas are awakened. These young people, they are so against war. It makes no sense to them. Okay. So we're going to get back. Wifey's joined us. We're going to get back to the Chizzy. And, I just want you guys to really understand when you're looking at this chart and this energy and understand. And still, Venus and Mars and Capricorn, there's still money on their mind, but it's still about building this new reality. And Venus is still in that energy, right, of trining what? Look at the Venus. This is trining the Uranus, okay? So this is where there could be sudden effects to the financial system. But because it's a trine, it could potentially be for your highest or greatest good, or not so damaging, or sudden building a new love, a new relationship, building new concepts of what you value. Maybe you are at the point where you're like, you know what, I want to be a minimalist, and I do just value food, clothing, shelter, the love of my family. That makes me wealthy. I'm sane in my mind. I have self-love. I got food, clothing, shelter. We're good. Okay? So feel empowered to know that your positive intention and your, click this one, right?
Yes.
That can, bring back, is that it? That could bring back a real positive energy about the values and self-love that we need, that we can kind of be simple again and see the humanity in our neighbors and one another. So-called enemies or left or right or blue or red. Well, if the stuff hits the fan, we got to have each other's backs no matter what you think about this one or that one. Okay? So it all does come back to love. Okay? It really comes back to love and respect for one another. So Wifey is going to come back in a second and, read your comments. You guys can share your thoughts about this energy and the chart that the sun and moon squaring Uranus at 20 degrees in the 8th house. It's powerful.
Let's see, my goodness.
Here she is.
I wasn't even sure if I needed to be here today. Just, so much.
Jack had to go eat his dinner. Javanka or Evelyn was saying that he looks like he looks just like me. And I was like,
yeah, he does for sure.
My baby pictures, you'd be like, oh my God.
Yeah, no, there's some really interesting ones. Okay, so oh my gosh, hello.
So we left off with Flying Tiger.
Okay.
One comment after that.
Let's see. Flying Tiger. Do you talk about Bitcoin?
No.
Oh, Big Homie. Yeah. I don't know. Did you already? Did you?
No. We only read like the first 4 or 5 comments.
Okay, I have no idea where we were.
Go all the way back.
So we've got Flying Tiger, which is. Yeah, and he has a tiger and fire. Okay, so Javanka dreamed about about flying in her car.
Yeah.
Did we talk about that?
No. Go from there. Yeah.
And
dreams lately have been kind of wild.
I have been I've been having some good dreams. My problem is, and I've got to make sure I write them immediately because I think I can try to remember them, and I can't.
It's like I tell my clients, notepad
by
the bed.
Gotta keep it there. And some nights I do, and some nights I do not. Supercharging their idolatry.
That's their name?
No, this is what Flying Tiger's talking about. So
okay.
I might not have, I don't know. Anyways, I feel like if you guys have new stuff that you want to say, come on, let's say it. It's too hard for me to try and
we haven't read any of these.
Well, they're all very small comments, so I don't know where and what to make.
Just keep going from there.
For so incredibly
long. That's okay.
Well,
just
anyways, Nelly.
Hey, Nelly.
And
welcome.
Luvo.
Okay, I think you're new.
Nelly DeLuvo.
Eric Taylor, BigEAstrology. You want to share your sun, moon, rising?
Let's do that.
You guys look in your charts and see what Aquarius is.
Eric, he was commenting back when you commented on rituals, back when you were talking about the Super Bowl and all these things. So I have a ritual for you. Let's talk about this, okay? Because for a moment, can we talk about me? So I wanted to show you guys this. This is something that we did, and I am absolutely loving it. We made moon water. Okay, so new moon or
Leo full moon.
January 25th. And you know what? You can do this not just on these really special moons. You can do it every full moon.
But you can do it on the new moon too. Moon water. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, every full moon. Yeah. Well,
new moons too.
Okay, both of them. I'm sorry.
February 9th.
So we put all of the jars out with our water, and let me tell you,
it tasted really good.
It's really wonderful. Yeah. And what I did to supercharge it is I actually put. If you look down here, I put my Libyan glass. So Libyan glass has a very similar powers to Moldavite, which some of you may have heard of. Libyan glass is a little bit more economical. So I encourage everyone to do this and supercharge it with your crystals, because that's a double 1-2 punch. And as we're trying to
I'm going to try some Leo full moon Libyan glass water.
So that's a ritual that we are going to be partaking in, okay?
Ooh.
And and I'm sorry, Sports Kid said it's charged up.
What's up, Sports Kid? Do you see my Leo Regal King glow? Ching.
Now Nelly got back to us. So she is a Pisces rising, a Cancer sun, 0 degree, and Virgo moon.
I love it. Were you born close to Pisces rising? Okay, so the Virgo moon in the 7th house, mom could be up in your relationships or marriage, but the Pisces rising, my mom is a Pisces rising, so God bless you, Nelly. That's nice, right? The Cancer in the 5th house, the sun. So you could be very nurturing and caring over your children if you have any, but also your hobbies and creativity from the heart. Okay, Cancer, that deep inner knowing. So trust your intuition when you feel you know something like high school, college years, ancient history, or you know something in terms of starting your own business or your creative tasks. You're going to be on point with it. Okay. Oh, I want to announce while I have you guys here live too. So I already did mention the next Astrological Coffee Talk with Michael Jordan and Kurt Cobain, February 17th, Saturday at 12 noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific, 2 hours, only $20. I'll get the graphic together and put that up in a day or two. But Wifey's going to help me. Or I might make the graphic myself, but she does it way better. I have a new service. So initially, you're going to have to just book it directly through me, emailing me at BigEAstrology@gmail.com. But this one's nice. It's a combo, an audio chart reading. It's not live. It's just audio recording. You received MP3. You're going to get a little bit of a write-up and audio and some videos breaking down your true Black Moon Lilith and your Chiron, the wounded healer, right? So the Lilith is where you can face and deal with the rejection, where you have to tap into your intuition, your instincts, your root chakra, your gut, where you can find your tribe of people that will support you, right? But Lilith is a challenging energy. And then when you mix it with the Chiron, this is the emotional, physical, spiritual wound that is based on the sign and house and degree in your natal birth chart, telling the story of what happened, the age, and all that. And I'm going to explain to you in this audio chart reading for $71 how you heal both, how you tap into your intuition, how you find your tribe, and in that, any aspects that Lilith and Chiron make to any of your personal planets like Sun, Moon, Rising, but also how you can move forward healed and really energetically and spiritually connect with your people, because you can find your people through that Lilith placement. Okay, the people that will spiritually and energetically show up to have your back. So it's a Lilith Chiron combo reading. And eventually I will get it up so you can purchase it through the website. But right now, hey, you can email me tonight and say, I want to book that Lilith Chiron reading, because a lot of people are like, ooh, they heard about that. I'm like, yeah, they want to jump on that. It's only $71 and it's going to be thorough.
Like the borough
I'm from. Okay.
So
I'm excited about that one.
Kid
What up, Sports Kid?
has their Chiron in Sagittarius in the 6th house.
Okay. You can have some wounds around your work, your health, your hygiene. Okay. So we could talk about that.
He mentioned to you that I work on his graphics. So right now I am putting together this one here. This is going to be, if you can see this, for his what do you call it, newsletter that we're going to be putting together. These are his isms. So I have been living with this guy for quite some time, and he
how lucky is she?
I know. Oh my God.
Freaking lucky is this chick right here.
I'm so incredibly lucky. But I have been listening to his isms for a long time, and knowledge is love is actually one of them.
Yeah.
And he has a bunch more. So you will get one of these a week in your inbox if you sign up for his newsletter.
And you can go to BigEAstrology.com.
So
and I won't bombard you. It may even be like twice a month.
Yeah,
it might be twice a month.
Lucky to get, if like, my goal has always been, and nobody who has subscribed to Sabali Pure has had this happen. My goal has always been 1 week. And yeah, it's like once a quarter.
But also, I will tell you, because we both experience it. And let's be honest, right? I hate when people call it spam, because it's not spam. But I don't want to bombard you with just mindless stuff. If I'm going to send you something, it's to announce a sale or to invite you to a coffee talk. But I'm also going to give you some free insight astrologically and information. And then on top of it with the E-isms, so at the most, you may get hit 2 or 3 times a month, right? A reminder for the coffee talk. Maybe a new sale for the new season, right? With the Aquarius birth chart sale, the February 18th. February, March, you may get something about the Pisces. But for you, I make sure that, with my intention with the newsletter, because that's what I like when I receive newsletters, you want some information. Tell me something I don't know, or tell me something that will inspire thought. Aha. So that's my intention with the newsletter. So like I said, the most 2 to 3 a month, but I'm always going to drop some jewels on you and share some of that knowledge, because knowledge is love. Okay. So please sign up. You won't regret
Mary
it.
just signed up.
Who did?
Mary.
Mary. Why you bugging?
And so I have a question for you guys. He says I do the graphics. So when you think of that particular service, Chiron and Lilith, right?
Yeah.
And Rose Jefferson is here. Hello.
Hey, Rose. I hope I see you February 17th
What do
at Coffee
you think
Talk.
of when you think of that graphically? So if you want to pop in there things, because see, what I'm one who makes the graphics, I'll get the listing up on the website and get it done. As he said, you don't have to wait for me to get that done. You can reach right out to him if that seems like a service. But if y'all have an idea, because sometimes for me, it takes me a minute as I'm trying to come up with ideas for the graphics. So if you like what you see on his website, yay, thank you very much.
Well, also, I'll say this, right? You know, the true Black Moon Lilith, we're dealing with how...
Happy birthday
Whose birthday?
to you, Rose Jefferson.
Hey,
Happy
Rose.
birthday to you.
Go, Rosie.
Happy
Go, Rosie.
birthday to you.
Happy birthday. Oh, wait, we don't have to give Stevie money.
Oh.
We got to cut it off. Oh.
I'm so sorry,
That's
but
okay.
you know where we were going with that, right, Rose? We there? He don't need the money, we do.
Anyway, so yes, Rose. So Aquarius birth chart. So Rose, where you at?
So Nelly said that she has a stellium in Virgo, Jupiter, Uranus, Moon,
really?
and Pluto.
Well, wait, Nelly. Okay, so we're around the same age. You're Pluto, Virgo. Let me tell you, you ain't got a stellium in Virgo. I got a stellium in Virgo. I got like 7 or 8 things. You got like 4 things. No, but you do have a stellium. I am like Virgo on steroids. So Nelly, I understand you. So definitely holla at your boy. I got you. Okay.
And Mary's birthday is on Monday.
Oh, Mary.
So happy birthday to everybody.
You Aquarius. Birthday. And you know what? I tell you, you Aquarius people, you guys are something else. Okay. And so I hope that, you know, the conjunction has started to separate. But for you guys, you know, you're going to be dealing with Pluto hitting your sun for 2 decades. You're not going to be the same person. So I guarantee you may want to even book a solar return chart reading to see how this year is going to play out for you. You know, may want to revisit and even just do my audio transit reading, right? It's only $44. How the current transits are affecting you to your natal birth chart. But I just want you to know that this is a time, and it's harder for the air and fire signs. It's not your natural instinct to be introspective. But this is the time to stop, pause, take advantage of any time alone in isolation, and do the deep dive. When you got Pluto coming in there in Aquarius, hitting your natal sun, it's coming in hot. You got to be. I've been saying that so much lately.
Last thing he's been like
coming in hot. I kept saying it, but seriously, it is a serious time for a deep dive of your soul psychology, your mental, finally transmuting the pain, trauma, and crises. And this is going to give birth to in the next 3 to 6 months, you're going to have friends and family that you thought were stuck in the matrix and the cognitive dissonance and the programming forever. Even then, they may start to awaken. Mm-hmm. So you guys are going to have to show up with the compassion and empathy, Saturn, Pisces, to help them. Because like for some people, it can be very traumatic. You know, right now, if you talk to certain people, they get super angry and defensive. You start questioning the structures and the systems and oh, you're a conspiracy there. You know, they just throw out these names and terms because they don't want to let go of what they thought was their anchor, their security, their reality. And right now, what I tell you, the energy with all the stuff that had been in Capricorn, and since the Capricorn new moon, it's literally building a new reality. Pluto and Aquarius, all these personal planets, inner planets hitting the Pluto and Aquarius. It's a whole new game. And you're really going to feel it for good November 19th when Pluto returns back for the next 20 years. It's going to be, I'm coming in hot. It's going to be wild. Okay. Right. So what's going on? Any other comments or questions?
There really aren't any other comments. Lots of birthdays.
Okay.
But, you know, there's a lot going on.
This has been fun. I hope you guys enjoyed looking at the Aquarius new moon. But please remember, right, because I'm definitely hungry and I got to eat this yummy dinner that my wife had made.
Yeah, I was cooking.
That February 9th, right? This Friday evening, 5:59 p.m. Eastern, 2:59 p.m. in the afternoon, West Coast, 3:59 for the mountain folks like us. Really, ask yourself, how are you every day showing up with the love, the gratitude, and being your true, authentic self?
Yeah.
Because that's really all it takes, to send that love out from your heart to literally change the energy around you. We had to deal with some stuff, and it was quite literally yesterday with the Libra moon squaring Venus and Capricorn. And I had told my wife, as we were dealing with these people at the school with our sweet little innocent Jack and Tay, our boys, right, dealing with some racism and sexism, that I could feel the density and the energy of some of the staff at the school that we had to deal with. And I actually, even though we felt they were in the wrong and doing wrong, I could also feel that they don't even know how to do any better or any different, because that's where they're spiritually at.
But also, as you begin to ascend, level up, whatever you'd like to call it, you can begin to have more compassion. I mean, I could feel it. I'll admit, I was a mad mama. I was grilling that teacher
she
with
gets
her
the mama bear.
eyes.
Yeah.
Ooh. And I had her almost at one point. She almost started to cry, but I was like, in her face. Like we shared a moment with our eyes, and she mouthed to me that she was sorry. But even in that, it doesn't feel good. And when you level up and when you start to release and you peel those layers off of you, so that I let that anger go very quickly, and I've come to a space of complete release, acceptance, move on. And I prayed last night for the women. One of the women who was in this meeting, they had her and she was transcribing everything because it got pretty serious. Somebody may end up losing, let's just a bunch of stuff happened. But anyways, I'm sorry, that just threw me off. Anyways, it got really intense because one of the women that was in there, she had actually months ago, jumped in my car, literally jumped in my car to scream at my children. And it was very, very traumatic, or shocking. Yeah. You know what I mean? But I even prayed for her, and I felt such a relief, and such a relief for me, a release, a lightness.
Yeah.
And he's right. I had so much compassion for this woman because she's carrying the stuff that I am able to move away from.
And so I think that we have to
be thankful. And yes, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to start to wake up and have to go through some of the emotions that we've been working through for the last however long.
But for them, it's going to be a lot harsher, in the sense that at this time they're waking up after they maybe are in a pool or bath of lies, delusion, and deception around since 2020 and the pandemic and everything. And so it can be more jarring and shocking for some of these people who don't want to let go of the past they've been holding on to. So yeah, show up with the compassion and empathy. And sometimes, if you really think about it, you're putting in the work. Remember Saturn and Pisces to 2026, but you should do this forever. 15 to 30 minutes a day, some sort of breath work, prayer, meditation, yoga, mindfulness, just quietness, whatever. Let me finish. When you do this, you'll start to almost see and feel you're going to become like a Jedi. And it's you could be in a sea or crowd of people, or even in an office like we were with 3 other people. And if you are just still and quiet for a second, you can feel their energy and their lower vibration and their density and their lives and their story and their depression. And it's heavy. So just be mindful of that and know, right? There's no judgment, right? I could be 10th, 11th, 12th grade on Earth School, right? The next person could be kindergarten or first grade. I'm not better than them. We're just on different timelines, different planes, right? And also, don't write people off. That person that's in first grade, spiritually, energetically in Earth School, they could ascend and awaken and then surpass us all. So just be mindful of that. Compassion and empathy, but for yourself first. because you got to love yourself. Self-love is muy importante. I love you guys.
Love you. And you know what? I'm always, every time I say this, but it never stops. I love watching you guys talk. The goal here is to be a community of people who, come on, you're edging me out. Come on. Our goal is to be a community of people. See how he just does that? Our goal is to be a community.
She needs her
of people.
screen time.
I do need my screen time. Anyways, is to be a community of people that just really come together to support and love each other. And I love seeing it in the feeds. And
I appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
Please do me a favor.
Thank you.
Like, share, subscribe. All you new people, if you're watching and you haven't subscribed, please hit the button. Please share this. And after this live is over, come back and just put a little thumbs up or thanks, Eric and Alana, or thanks for the Aquarius New Moon Insight emoji, something, because it does help it grow in the algorithm, and I really appreciate it. And I just hit 6,300, and I'm just filled with gratitude. And I appreciate everybody.
I want him to get to 1 million. I'm claiming 1 million. All right. Bye. We love you.
You guys have a good one.
Have a good
and
one.
Enjoy episode 187, Knowledge is Love, Aquarius New Moon, February 9th, 20 degrees. Freedom and spiritual control over the chaos.